It's a drug with a long history and a terrifying reputation, destroying thousands of lives, and it's a growing problem here in mid-Missouri. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Reek.
And I'm Brittany Pieper. Thanks for joining us. A mid-Missouri police task force says heroin has now surpassed all other drug investigations. KOMU8's Elena O'Connell investigated the number of heroin arrests and deaths over the last 5 years and found both have increased in Jefferson City.
Whenever it gets to the point where they're totally unresponsive, they get this.
It's part of his job. Paramedic Kevin Weber responds and attempts to treat people who overdose on heroin.
We arrive on scene, we evaluate the patient, and provide care as necessary.
And in Jefferson City, it's happening more often. In just the past month, 3 people have died from overdoses, but the number of survivors is much higher. Heroin-related arrests went from 47 in 2011 to 88 in 2012. By 2013, the number reached 96, and so far this year, Jefferson City Police have made 13 heroin-related arrests. This mid-Missouri man who wishes to keep his identity concealed has a twin brother who, over the span of 9 months, stole roughly $1 million from his employers to support his heroin addiction. He is now serving up to 7 years in prison, but his brother says the entire family has suffered.
It's changed it pretty much in every way possible, honestly. Financially, emotionally. There was so many nights in that year when I didn't really know what was going on. I knew something was up.
Jefferson City Police say they realized the massive heroin problem in 2012. That's when they created the HOPE campaign, which
basically brings an educational component into not only the enforcement part of what we do, but really brings service providers and health professionals together to kind of collaborate with us.
Jefferson City Police work closely with the Cole County Emergency Medical Services. Paramedics here have used the opioid overdose reversal drug Narcan for many years. Opioids can include heroin, methadone, and oxycodone. Since January 1 of 2013 to March 16th of this year, Cole County EMS has administered Narcan 38 times. Of that 38 times, they've had an 85% success rate by reversing an opioid drug overdose.
Sometimes it doesn't work, whether they're too far gone or have too much opioids in their system. It's just not going to work that way.
During the 38 times Narcan was administered, 8 were for heroin overdose, 14 for opiate pill overdose, and 16 for unknown causes. During that same time period, Cole County EMS responded to 56 pill overdose calls, 10 heroin overdoses, and 19 other calls where they could not use Narcan. The highest number of calls were related to prescription drugs. According to a study by the Center for Behavioral Health, 4 out of 5 people who use heroin were addicted to pain pills first.
And when the addiction to pain pills doesn't become enough, then sometimes they feel like maybe something stronger is needed or whatever the case may be, and that's when somebody might turn to heroin.
This mid-Missouri man says before heroin, his twin was addicted to oxycodone. He says he feels guilty for not seeing that his brother had a life-or-death addiction.
And that was probably the hardest thing for me, is just being able to just kind of live my life, and know that you just kind of drop that guilt, which I still don't think I've fully dropped it. So I feel like I could have maybe still stopped it.
Elena O'Connell, KOMU8 News, Jefferson City.
Shoemaker says the heroin is most likely coming from Chicago, St. Louis, and other key areas along the pipeline of Interstate 70 and Highway 63. For an extended interview with the concealed mid-Missouri man, you can visit our website, KOMU.com.